How's it going, guys and geeks? Welcome to the Geek Critique Show. My name is Dakota and this is Lona. Say hi. Before I start this video, I'm going to need some coffee. It's really early, so bear with me for a moment. Big news over the weekend, or maybe it's not big news. I'm not really sure. It's big news to me. Is it big news to you? I would like to know your thoughts in the comments down below. But let's get into the video. Ahsoka Tano has been teased to be in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker from the very person who directed it. Now, let's talk a little bit about what J.J. Abrams actually said about Ahsoka Tano, the fan-favorite character from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, as well as Rebels. I mean, minor spoilers there, but yeah, she was a pretty big character in Rebels. So about 3 days ago, J.J. Abrams was interviewed by a Japanese media outlet known as Sora News 24 by their interviewer PK Sanjun when he asked J.J. this: "Who's your favorite Star Wars character, whether from your time as a fan or as a director?" Abrams said, "It's Han Solo." PK: "That was quick." Abrams: "Everybody loves Han, right? I mean, his first appearance in Episode 4 is just the best. He's a nihilistic, shy, unique, rash scoundrel, but he also has a strong sense of justice. By the way, who's your favorite character?" PK then goes on to say, "Me? Ahsoka Tano. Sorry for picking someone who only appears in the animated stuff, but I really like her positive, determined personality." And please note what J.J. Abrams says here. It's very clear. Ahsoka, huh? Well, then you'll probably want to watch closely during the Rise of Skywalker. Now, this can mean a lot of different things. Watch closely. She might actually have a larger role than he's giving on, although I doubt it just because her character doesn't really seem to fit with the story that they have going on in the sequel trilogy. But it would be interesting because she's the closest thing, I guess, within canon to a Grey Jedi, which is what they kind of have been leading towards. That could also mean that she has a very brief role. You know, if you consider how Howard the Duck in Endgame only appeared for 17 frames and the average length of a second in a movie is 24 frames, he was barely in it. But he was in it, if you looked very closely. So, we're on the hunt, guys. I want to know where she is. Please do not comment on this video before Thursday night. Try to aim for Friday and later. So that, you know, you give everyone a chance to check this out, especially us. But this reminds me of an interview that Dave Filoni had. Oh, and Luna's leaving. Luna's left us. So Dave Filoni had an interview a little while ago where he was asked whether or not his animated characters would ever make it into a live-action film or show, and he was very coy about his answer, but you could tell he wanted to say something more.
Do you see a world in which someone like Ahsoka could go live action, or anyone else, like some of your animated creations could make the jump and vice versa?
Yeah, you know, never say never. You never know. It's interesting. It's really interesting. We'll have to wait and see.
So on the very likely chance that Ahsoka Tano will not be given a big role or a proper role in this sequel trilogy, where could we expect to see her? Because it's all but confirmed, at least from J.J. Abrams' point of view. Although he is the guy who said Khan wasn't going to be in Into Darkness, and he was. So this might be a case of like backwards lying syndrome, where he's saying she is, but she isn't. I don't think so. I have a few theories. She could be one of the many people coming in who are going to aid the resistance, you know, friends of the rebellion from times past. She would be about 75 years old at this point in the story, if not a little, she's about the same age as Baby Yoda. She could be just in, like, the window of the Ghost, because we know that the ship from Rebels, the Ghost, is actually in the film. It's right behind the Millennium Falcon in this shot right here. But actually, I have another theory, and I kind of hope this isn't the case, because I want it to be in the present day, because I want to know what her fate is by this point in the galaxy, because she's still alive, last we knew. I think it might be a flashback through the point of view of C-3PO. And if you want to hear more about that theory, I talk about it in this video right over here. Something along the lines of C-3PO having to go through his memory banks, and he's going to be getting his memory back, will help the Resistance in some way. And we may see a cameo appearance from his point of view, but in live action, which would be very cool. I really hope they incorporate Ashley Eckstein's voice to the character, if they do actually like give her a speaking role in the film. It is the longest of the Star Wars movies. I kind of hope she is given a little more to do than not. So anyway, I'll be happy regardless. I mean, this is super exciting. She's one of the coolest characters to ever be introduced into the canon outside of the films, and she's one of the coolest characters even including some of the films. Just that one battle against Vader she had in Rebels. She kind of had an Eowyn moment where instead of saying,
"I am no man,"
she goes,
"I am no Jedi."
Guys, I want to hear your rankings on the Star Wars films now that it's Star Wars week, and we're probably going to be doing a lot of Star Wars related videos. So I want to hear your thoughts currently. This is my ranking. Let's see if I remember it off the top of my head. Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, The Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, The Last Jedi, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace. No, switch Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and Rogue One and Solo. That's my current tier ranking for the Star Wars videos. I want to hear yours. I have to make a clarification. I did mention our new patrons last week. One of the patrons, an old friend of mine, John Paul Hart, let me know very candidly that I had misspelled his name, but that I had a lot of gusto in putting a hyphen in between John and Paul. So I'm going to correctly spell his name this time. It's John Paul Hart. Thank you for being our patron. You are the best. All of you guys are the best. Even if you guys aren't supporting the channel monetarily, you helping us here with just a like or a comment goes a long way. So thank you all. And if you want to support the channel monetarily, you can always go to patreon.com/geekcritique to help out. This month is probably going to be a hard one for us because we got laid off about a week ago. If you want to check out that video, you can click right here. And if you want to help support us in any way, at least for the month, that would be awesome. But it's totally up to you guys. I don't want to ever have to beg for you to do anything for us. Another thing you guys should check out is the Ahsoka book by E.K. Johnston. It's a canon novel that takes place after Order 66, so she's on the run. I think it's maybe about 2 years, no, it's about a year after the Jedi Purge, and she's on her own. And it's a pretty cool book because it kind of explains how she got the white sabers and stuff. So do give that a check if you are interested. Of course, you can get that book free if you go and start a 30-day free trial with Audible by clicking the link in the description. That book is yours to keep even if you don't continue to go on with the membership after the 30 days, but that's up to you. And we get a small kickback, about $5 for every time someone starts a 30-day free trial, so that helps out immensely as well. Thank you all so much. If you want to check out more videos, specifically the C-3PO theory video that we have, as well as the MCU timeline video, you can check out those videos right over here for more Geek Critique. And thank you so much. Again, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good one.